All right, guys, we're going to spend a couple of days working on equations. I'm in all kinds of equations. Again, stuff you've pretty much seen before, but not a bad review because there's so many different types. You're going to see you've got to be great at these. So about 5 or 6 slides here, 5 or 6 different types of equations. So just get them down, make sure you're good at them. We'll work on them tomorrow like always. All right, here we go. First is just linear. It's called a linear equation. There's no exponents in it at all. It's just a matter of moving things, across the equal sign. So I'll move the 3x over there, which make it minus 3x. 7x minus 3x is 4x. At the same time, I'd probably take the 4 over there, would make it positive 4 because the sign would change. Make it 12 divided by 4, get x is 3. Don't forget, anytime you solve an equation, you can always check your answer by substituting it back in for both x's. All right, they're also going to give you some expressions or formulas and have you isolate a variable. Like this time there's a big formula here and this thing solve for w. All right, so that means I need to try to isolate the w. So the first and easiest thing is move that 2LH over. So let's move the 2LH over first, move it over here. Now that leaves me the 2LW plus 2WH on this side. Now, one thing people never think about doing when they do these for some reason is think about this. I'm trying to isolate the w, and there's 2 of them. So to make there just be 1 of them, I'm going to factor the w out of the 2 terms on this side. Okay, just like that. Just factor it out. And now if I'm reading this right-hand side, it says w times 2l plus 2h. So opposite of times or multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by that 2l plus 2h. And guys, there it is. Looked like it was going to be really complicated at first. Ended up being not so bad. Okay, solve by factoring. You cannot solve by factoring unless you have one side of your equation equal to 0. So moving the 24 to the left-hand side. And now I'm trying to think of what 2 factors of 24 add up to be 5. This is what we factored the other day first. 8 and 3. Now, your solution is going to be whatever it would take to make each parentheses equal 0. So the first solution is going to be negative 8 because it'd make your first parentheses 0. Second solution is 3 because it'd make your second parentheses 0. And again, you can check your answer solution just by plugging them in for x. Solve by square roots. This is exactly what it says. I'm going to take the square root of each side to solve the equation. I will take the square root over here, the square root over there, and watch what happens. Over here, the square just goes away. Here's what you got to be careful of, though. When you take the square root inside an equation of a constant or a number, you must put a plus or minus in front of it. So I have plus or minus square root of 5. To finish up, to isolate the x, I need to move the 4 over. So it becomes positive 4 plus or minus square root of 5. All there is to it. Solve by square roots. All right, and the one that everybody's favorite, solve by completing the square. And this is really a great method. Sometimes, to be honest, it's not the best, but in this case it is. And I think it's the best case when you have a 1 as your leading coefficient and an even number as your linear coefficient. If you have those 2 things right there, completing the square is awesome. Here's how it works. I'm going to start off by moving the 13 to the other side, to the right-hand side. Leave space. Complete the square like this. It works like this. Sorry about that. You take half the middle number, which would be 4, and you square it. Actually, negative 4. Square it, and you get 16. And you add that. Now, when you add that, you can't just add it to one side. You must add it to both sides. Okay, so you take half the middle, you square it, and you add it to both sides. The right-hand side, you just add. That's 3. The left-hand side, the reason we completed the square is so that I could factor it. 2 factors of 16 that give me 8 would be 4 and 4. And I'll be honest with you, whatever the half was up here, whatever the half of the middle term is, will always be the number that goes in your parentheses. A little secret there. All right, now I'm back where I was on the last slide. I'm going to take the square root. I'm going to do the square root method like I did last time. And on the left-hand side, the square goes away. On the right-hand side, don't forget your plus or minus. Move the 4 to the other side. 4 plus or minus square root of 3. Got it. Donezo. Great job. All right, so that's the first half of equations. Tomorrow we're going to do probably a little bit tougher, to be honest with you, but some more of them. So hang in there. I'll see you tomorrow.